Hello, everyone. I know that we are all kind of going a little bit stir crazy in our homes, and I've been doing some workouts for our Silver Sneakers members. But I thought I would do a little yoga workout today for those of you who might like to do some yoga, work on a little bit of flexibility and balance, maybe a little bit more. So go ahead and you can use a mat if you have it. If you don't have a mat, you can just use your carpet. If you're on a hard surface, when we actually do some of our balance work, it actually is a little bit easier. But you might want something for some cushion for your knees when we do that. But it'll just be a nice, easy, probably about a 30-minute class, just to give you a little bit of stretching and flexibility. So let me start our music here. All right, so just start with your feet about hip-width apart. We're going to breathe up. Bring your hands down the midline, right down your body. Inhale. And exhale. Soft bend in those knees, releasing through the back, standing tall, and down through the center. We're going to do 2 more breaths just like this. Just internalizing that breath. Take it down through the center, and breathe up. Beautiful job. We're going to do some sun salutations. I'm going to turn side on. It might be a little bit easier for you to see that way. So breathe up to an extended mountain. Just reach tall. Feel those ribs lengthening there through the body. And then come forward. Bend those knees if you need to reach the floor. Just release through that head and shoulders. Up to a flat back extend. Nice long line from the head to the tailbone. And lower back down. You're going to step back into a plank position. For this first time, I want you to come down onto your knees. So your wrists are right underneath the shoulders here. And you're just going to lower down halfway. This is a crocodile position. And then you're going to push through. Feet are flat on the floor, bringing that chest up. You can also push all the way through to an up dog. Now you're just going to push back through those heels, push into a down dog position. So we're pushing through those hands and feet, pushing that chest towards the thighs. Crouch those legs, step that back leg into a long lunge, lift through the chest, right here, then step that other foot in, and just release. We're going to inhale and come back up to the top. Lengthen through that chest, feel that spine extend, and exhale back forward. Releasing through that upper body. Lift up to a flat back extend again. And lower back down. Now you're going to step those legs back into that plank position. And you can stay here on the toes, or you can always go to that knee option. So we hold that plank strong. Then lower down halfway, crocodile. Push through either baby cobra all the way to up dog. And press back. Pushing through that down dog, push those heels to the floor. Crouch those legs. Step that front leg through, long lunge, lifting through the chest. And then step in. Breathe up. We're going to do that one more time on each side. This time, try to let the breath just flow through the movement. Inhale and lift. And exhale down. come back. Lowering down. Exhale as you push through. And inhale back. Exhale through. And step into meet. Last time, breathe up. And exhale forward. One continuous breath and continuous movement. Taking it down. Step back. Lower down. Push as you exhale, lifting. Inhale back. Crouch those legs, step through, long lunge. Step in and breathe up. Lengthen through the spine. Bring the hands back behind. Clasp and pull them down towards your heels. Opening up that chest. Baby back bend. And release. Beautiful job. Let's work on some strength in our legs. Let's start out in a warrior two position. Legs are nice and wide. That back foot is at a 90-degree angle. This front heel, if it was to bisect back through the foot, would bisect the middle of the foot, right across the arch. Then sit down into it. So make sure that your hips are forward and not turned to the side. This is our warrior two. Settle through those legs. And then just lift through the arms. Press out through those fingers. Just holding that through those legs. Feel how those legs, those muscles engage to just hold through that position. Now we're going to extend that warrior forward, land that arm, and bring this arm over top, feeling that length, one long line from the fingertips all the way down out the back of the foot. And just hold. Now if you've done yoga a lot, you might want to come down here. That's totally fine as well. Keeping that open, we don't want to roll forward, so we keep the chest nice and open. Again, always that option, just wait right here. And just hold. Come back to a reverse sun warrior. Don't move the legs. Just take it back. Feel those legs start to shake? Yeah. Great work here. Stability and mobility. Take it back forward. Hold. I know, we want to come up. Just a few more seconds. Release. Whew. Feel that? We're just going to switch to the other side. So set up that warrior two, 90-degree angle here at the back. So those toes should be pointed towards me at the screen. These toes are pointed off to the left side. Make sure as you sit down into it that that knee doesn't go in front of the ankle. So sometimes we have to take our legs a little bit wider. Catch your breath. When you're ready, just lift those arms. Feel that extension through the arms. Right out those fingers. Using that breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Building heat within the body. Making those muscles hold and work. We're going to extend that warrior forward. So extend forward, drop that hand down, and come over top. Make sure that you keep that chest rolled open. Beautiful job. Again, always that option if you're more flexible to come right down here to your foot or to the floor. But it's also fine to stay right here. You can also bring that heel up if you want a little bit more. Kind of my calf tends to cramp when I do that. Now we're going to open up to a reverse sun warrior. Remember, our legs don't move. Bring it back. Opening that up. C-shape that spine back. Hold. Feeling that shake in that thigh. Anytime you need to, you can come up, shake it out, and go right back. Great alternative. And we're going to take it back forward one more time, extending that warrior. Open the chest. I know, your legs are burning. Mine are too. It's okay. We're getting stronger. And come up. Just open the feet so we have a nice triangle with the legs. We're going to sit down into a wide squat. So we're going to sit down into it. Knees open wide. We don't want them to roll in. We want them open wide. Woo. Chest is nice and lifted. Lift the arms. Just hang on to it. I know these standing strength are tough. 2 more big breaths. And release. Beautiful job. Shake it out. Awesome. So we're going to try some balance, okay? Your legs are nice and warm. Those muscles are activated. So balance is all about practice. So we're going to come into tree pose. I like to come down here on my calf. When I try to bring it up here, my foot slides around on my pants, and so I end up fighting that. So I find it much more stable to be here. But you can go where you need. You can also even put your toe on the floor. So in this one-legged stance, that toe just provides a little bit of stability there. But whatever works best for you. Bring your hands to heart center. Now you'll feel that little bit of wobble in that standing leg. It's very normal as your body adjusts to balance. Now you can stay right here, or we're going to start to flow the arms a little bit. Take them down and out, all the way up, meeting in the middle, and coming back down. One more time. Take it down. Breathe out. Bring it back down. And hold. And release. Ooh, feel that in that calf? Yeah. All right, so we're just going to try all of that on the other side, okay? So lots of options. Remember, toe can be on the floor, can be right here on the calf. We don't ever want to put it right on the joint, so you would never put it on your knee. So it's either below or above. Again, you can pull it all the way up here. This is the standard tree. But like I said, my foot slides around on the pants. And so it's just not very stable for me. But you do what works best for you. Bring your hands to heart center. Slow that breath. You can stay right here. Or if you'd like, we're going to flow those arms. Take it down. Out. And up. Beautiful work. find that spot to focus on the floor that's not moving. Will help. Bringing those hands together, back down to heart center and hold. And release. Shake out that leg. Whew. Beautiful job. We're going to try one more balance. Balance, again, is all about practice. So simple things like when you're brushing your teeth, you can practice doing that on one leg, washing the dishes. If you're standing in the grocery line, you're 6 feet apart from everybody, do your toe raises. Why not, right? You're gonna have to stand there for a while to get in the store. You might as well practice that. So we're gonna bring that right leg up. Then we're gonna sweep the arms and the leg back to a warrior 3. So as you take that balance off, you can always touch that toe down to the floor. So if I turn sideways, you can have that toe right there on the floor, or you can lift. Now the further that you dive forward, the bigger that challenge. Just hold on to it, let that leg adjust, let it learn to balance. And come in. Beautiful, let's try the other side. Remember, you can touch that toe down anytime you need to. As you practice, you lift it up a tiny bit, set it back down. That all works. Take the hands back and lift. You can also bring your hands a little more out to the side in the aeroplane. Sometimes that helps. Or you can take them right back here by your hips for traditional flying warrior 3. Just hold on. And release. Beautiful job. So let's come down to the floor. We're going to do some stretches for our hips. Most of us are spending a lot of time sitting, right? So those hips and sometimes even our back gets really tight. So you can be in this 90-90 position. So our legs are bent at 90 degrees. You can totally stay right here. If you're a little more flexible or you've done yoga before, you know how to go into swan or pigeon pose. You just need to make sure that you roll those hips over top so that we're facing forward, not leaning sideways like this. We want to have integrity in our spine. So keeping that over top. Then you can stay up tall here, or you can lay down over that front leg. Just release wherever it works best for you. Laying down. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch here through your legs, you can add a quad stretch. So you pull that foot in, pull that towards your butt. You'll feel that stretch right there through that quad in the front, a little bit into the hip. You can even try to lean forward a little bit into that. You can also just be staying right there in that swan pose, extended over the front leg. So lots and lots of options here for you. Holding that for a few more breaths. Remember to keep that breath flowing naturally in through the nose and out through the nose. And we're just going to release that leg, sit back, and you're just going to flip over. I guess it's not really flipping. Move over to the other side. It's yoga. We're not gymnastics, right? So here's that 90-90 position. Again, you can sit right here with those legs bent and just lean over that front leg. Feel how that helps to open through the hips. Our second option here is to roll those hips over. Make sure that this front foot is flexed, okay? That helps protect the knee joint. So as you roll those hips over, then just gently lay down. So you might be up here, You might be able to come down to your elbows. You might be able to lay all the way on the floor. You can just rock around a little bit. Feel how as you move around, you feel that stretch. Grab a drink. So just holding here in this stretch. Again, if you'd like a little more advancement, pulling that back leg in, getting that quad stretch. Now this is pretty intense. Sometimes you might get a cramp in either your foot or your thigh. You can kind of release a little bit, let that go. You might say, this is not for me today. This is not where my body feels comfortable. So just let it go and lay back forward. Or you can hold in that. If you're really advanced and you want to do the mermaid, I can't do it. My back doesn't bend that way, but you can bend over in a mermaid backwards. So feel free to practice whatever works best for you. Great thing about stretches, it just allows us time to kind of relax and move through the pose. One more stretch here for our hips. You come and sit in a star pose. So bring the soles of your feet together, and you might have them way out here. You might be able to pull them way in close. Depends on your flexibility. So kind of rock around, make sure that you're seated all the way on your sit bones. Then you're going to use your elbows. You kind of grab on where your ankles are, and just use those elbows as you come forward with a flat back. So we don't want to crouch over, rounding the shoulders. We bring the stomach forward, applying light pressure on those legs to try to get that opening through those hips right there. Just release, come up, shake out the tension in the neck and shoulders. We're just going to take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, come forward one more time. Exhale, come forward. Remember, keeping that back nice and long, so bringing the tummy forward, pressing through those legs, gently breathing in and out through the nose. Release. Beautiful job. Lengthen that out. All right, we're going to do a little bit of twisting work, again, further working into our back. So we're going to do a seated twist, okay? So lots of options. The first one, if you have your legs extended out in front of you, okay? Take your left leg, bring it over top. You want your foot to be all the way on the floor, so your leg is not tipped up to where your big toe is off the floor. You want your foot fully placed on the floor, okay? So sitting up tall, and then bringing that opposite arm as you pull that elbow towards you and feel that length through the spine. The second option, if you're a little more flexible, you can bend that bottom leg, and you can have that foot flat on the floor in front here. So this bottom leg is bent, this one's here. Same motion of twisting through the spine. Or if you can, if you've got good flexibility through the hips, the thing I want you to pay attention to is your hip bones, sit bones. We want to make sure they're on the floor. A lot of us, when we get here, even I struggle sometimes. My hips are tight, like right now. It's hard to get that down, so I'm kind of leaning up. I can actually put my hand under that part of my bottom, so I've got to push that down. But if you notice that your foot is rotating up, see my big toe is not on the floor, then take it back in front or over top here, okay? So let's take that here in that position. Now pull that in. That back arm is behind, kind of like a kickstand, so it extends the back nice and long so that we reach through the back as if somebody was pulling your head up through the ceiling. Again, just using that nice natural breath, slowly breathing in and breathing out. Give you one more option that you can do here. You can grab the outside of this foot and just extend. Now it's not about this leg being straight. It is about the twist. So as you pull this leg this way and the opposite arm in the opposite direction, feel how you get a little more twist through that spine. So if I was to turn sideways, turn this here, you see that extension. So it's almost like you're trying to bend your body in half. So you'll feel that stretch all the way down here through the IT band into that hip, and then that rotation through the torso here, keeping nice mobility through the spine. Again, just continuing to breathe nice and easy. And release. Now we're just going to do that all on the other side. So taking that right leg over top, here's our leg extended option. Or you can bend that bottom leg and have it in front of your shin here. Or if you can get it all the way over top into the seated, again, you've got to make sure that that foot is flat on the floor so that we have good integrity through that kinetic chain, okay? Bring that opposite arm, tuck it around that leg. Use that back hand to kick that back up nice and tall. As you breathe in, extend long. As you exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit more. Breathing in. And out. Great thing about yoga or any mind-body exercise is that you set the breath, flooding our body with oxygen that helps to give us a sense of well-being, which I think right now is so important because there's a lot of stress in our lives. So many things that we can't control, but we can take time for ourselves and for our body. If you'd like to add that advancement there, grab that outside of the foot and extend the leg. Remember, it's not about having that leg straight, although you might be able to get it straight. It's about pulling and extending to each side, feeling that rotation through the spine, getting that twist through the body. Don't hold the breath, slowly breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And release. Beautiful job. We're going to continue stretching. We're going to work on stretching our hamstrings. So we'll start seated up tall. You're going to take your legs out wide. So again, lift up from those the hips there. Kind of tip the pelvis forward so that we're nice and grounded on the floor. Take and point those toes. We're going to bring that right arm inside the right leg. Then bring the other arm up over top. And you might be all the way up here. You might be able to come over further. Just feel that length all the way down through the back and the stretch through the legs. Breathe up. Inhale. And exhale, come back over. bring those arms down through the center, lengthen through the back, and just lean forward. Again, you might be up very tall. You might be able to lay all the way flat. Flexibility is a journey and very individual for each one of us. On this next inhale, you're just going to bring that left arm over inside the left leg. Again, our toes are pointed. That hand comes inside the foot. And you bend over just as far as comfortable. So if you're up here, that's okay. As you keep working on your flexibility, you'll notice improvements. And that's all we want. We just want it to get better, right? Bring that arm up over top. Exhale as you come down and over. So make sure that we're keeping the chest open. We don't want to collapse over the leg this way. That is the way to stretch, but that's not what we're doing today. So we want to try and keep that open so we feel that length right down the side of the back here. Going to inhale up, and then as you exhale, come back over again. Roll those arms back through to the center. Breathe up, lengthen through the back. I want you to flex the feet. And now come back forward again. As you exhale, drop forward. Feel how different that stretch feels now with those feet flexed. If you can actually reach your feet, you can kind of grab for those feet. Applying a little bit of tension there to pull forward, lengthening through those hamstrings a little bit more. You can also just keep those hands right in front, coming down onto the elbows if you can, or again, if you're all the way up here, that's just wonderful. The point is that you're doing something for your body. Two more nice, long, slow breaths. And just come up. I'm going to have you roll over onto your back. We're going to continue to stretch those hamstrings a little bit from our backs. So lay down onto your back. Just tuck those legs into your chest for a minute. Feel that release through the back there. Find a nice comfortable position. Make sure those shoulders are flat and down on the back, on the floor. And bring those knees into a tented position. So those knees are bent. You're going to bring that back leg and take it long. You're going to grab behind your thigh. Now, if you're really flexible, you might have to grab up here at your ankle. But if you're here on your thigh, it's totally fine. Just kind of flex and point that foot, feel the difference. But I want you to keep your shoulders on the floor. So I don't want you to be pulling yourself up like this. Gives you a nice little ab crunch, but that's not what we're working on. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Just pulling that tension. You can add a little bit more by dropping that leg down. If you notice that you have a hard time getting that leg all the way down, that's from tightness here in that hip flexor. So you might want to just bring it right back up here so that we can focus here on that hamstring. Again, just applying that nice gentle pressure, flexing or pointing, whichever one works best for you. leg. It's okay. And release. Take it down, let your back relax. We're going to switch to that front leg. So bring it up, extend. Again, grabbing right there behind that thigh, or here on your calf, or all the way onto your ankle. Using both a point and a flex to see how it feels differently. Of course, a little more tension as you flex the foot than if you point. Keeping those shoulders relaxed and on the floor. Anytime, bringing them down to a lower position. Big breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And release. We're going to come up to a happy baby. So you bring your feet up and you're going to grab, if you can grab the bottom of your feet, you might have to grab your ankles. But if you can, grab the bottom of your feet and pull those knees down towards your armpits. Feel how that opens through those legs right there. And you can just rock back and forth. Actually gives you a little bit of a spinal massage. Just kind of feels good. Feel that leg through the legs. Gently release. Bring your knees back to that tented position. We're just going to do a few moments of relaxation here because I think that's so valuable, especially in these stressful times, to take that time to just decompress, focus in on our breathing. So I want you to find a comfortable position, just laying here on the mat. You might leave your knees tented if that feels better on your back, or you can extend your legs nice and long, giving you that corpse pose, but you might find, depending on the curvature of your spine, that kind of gives you an arch in the back that's maybe not super comfortable. So find what works for you. And I want you to start out with your hands facing the floor. As you breathe in and out, this next breath, I want you to turn your hands over with your palms facing up, relaxing that tension in your shoulders. And notice how that feels different. Notice how it helps your heart feel more open and helps your body to feel more energy. To stay in that nice, comfortable position, seated on the floor. I'm going to sit up, but just keep breathing and relaxing. I want you to start to notice your breath. Coming from your chest or from your belly. These next few breaths, without stressing about it, just try to focus and push that breath further down into the belly if you are breathing up shallow in the chest. As you use that deeper breath, how quickly your body starts to relax and feel to the base of your skull. Right down through your neck. And shoulders. Feeling that relaxation continue to travel down through your body. Right down your arms. Releasing through your fingers. With this next breath, as it travels down to your belly, feel it release the tension in your hips. Traveling down your legs. Releasing through your calves. Noticing how your feet become very heavy on the floor. Notice how quickly, just taking these few moments for yourself, focusing in on your breath, gives you that sense of peacefulness. With these next few breaths, you want to start to bring awareness to your body. Maybe slowly moving your hands and feet. Maybe rolling over onto your side. Or you might want to pull your legs into your chest. Rocking from side to side. There's no need to rush or hurry. When you're ready, you can join me in a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed or not. Keeping that length through the spine. Let's bring our arms out to the side. Lift through the chest. Breathe those arms up overhead. Coming to the center. Bringing those hands down the midline of the body. Circle out. Back up to the top. Big inhale. And exhale. Hands come to heart center. Beautiful job, my friends. I hope that was helpful for you today. You can have the video, and that way anytime you need to just de-stress a little bit, work on some flexibility or some strength or balance, you can just push play. Hopefully you find it helpful during these stressful times. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have an amazing day.